welcome back to our ForJars kitchen. And as you can see, we're going to continue with Lisa. So now we're going to go a little bit more spicier, and we are going to do
salsa.
Salsa.
A little salsa. We're going to be a little spicy. Yeah.
All right, Lisa, so what are we going to need for the salsa?
We're going to need 6 cups of tomatoes, 4.5 cups of diced onions. We need 4.5 cups of diced peppers.
And for our last 2 items that we need
3 teaspoons of pickling or canning salt and a 1.5 cups of bottled lemon juice.
Okay, so can you tell me why bottled?
Because the bottled lemon juice has a regulated acidity to it that you don't get out of fresh lemons.
Okay.
Fresh lemons, the acidity levels all over the place. This is guaranteed. Acidity in this is absolutely imperative. Okay, so for the purpose of this, because we're using commercially canned tomatoes, because sometimes people don't have a garden, right? We're gonna take this and put it into the pot without making a really big mess, right? Wrong. And then we're gonna add the salt because this is all prepared, so we're all good. And now we're gonna add the lemon juice into the pot. And now we need 4.5 cups.
Yep.
Nobody likes doing dishes, so yeah, use them. So 4.5 cups of the bell peppers in there and 4.5 cups of the onions. And we have a combination because you like it spicy.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a combination of jalapenos and green bell peppers. You can use any combination of peppers because that doesn't change the acidity. What you don't want to do is you don't want to increase or decrease the amount because that does change the acidity.
4.5 cups of peppers.
And now you're going to do the same with the onion. Stir this up. And then we're gonna move it over to the stove and we're gonna bring it up to a nice little boil.
All right, so how long do I need to mix it for?
You are gonna bring that up to a quick boil. So you just wanna stay on top of it and stir it so that it doesn't burn. You're not gonna boil it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever the case may be, because you're not looking to make it, soup. You just want to heat it up and make it all the way through the vegetables. Okay, so you've got a boil, so you're just gonna give it a good stir. Then we're gonna move it over to the counter. We're gonna start filling some jars.
Okay, Lisa, so what is the headspace for this recipe?
The headspace for salsa is 1/2 inch. So where's the 1/2 inch on there?
All right, well, the 1/2 inch is gonna be a little bit more, so right here?
Nope, that's 1 inch,
higher?
so it's gonna be the one in the middle. So this is a 1/4 inch, but this is a 1/2 inch.
Okay.
But again, the really great part is that ForJars has this amazing funnel that will tell you where to stop. And so when you're filling the jar, that's there, and that's where you're gonna fill up to, is that 1/2 inch.
All right.
Now with see, and we did it right off the bat. With the salsa, because it's got so many chunky pieces and it has the opportunity for air to get caught underneath them, we're gonna debubble anyway. I call it a poke 'em stabber. If you have one of these, you go down and you debubble, and that's just moving everything around so that any trapped air bubbles come out. And now, as you can tell, the headspace went down. Okay, so we've got everything in there. We debubbled everything. It's hot, so watch out, the jars are hot. Now we need to wipe the rims.
Of course, and like you mentioned before, as long as it's on the outside and the top.
Great.
Correct?
You don't want anything to stop the lid from adhering to the jar. And this is also a great time to inspect your jars, because if you're using jars for a while, you can start to get chips in them or something. And as you're going around, because you don't always notice when you're pulling them off to use them.
And that prevents from making a seal.
Yeah, if there's a chip in the jar, it will not seal.
Even the most minuscule chip will make a difference.
Yep, it will. It'll absolutely make a difference. There have been times when I've pulled them off. For all of the years that I've been using ForJars, the only failures that I've had have been because I have missed a chip. It has been completely my error. Now it's time to put the lids on. And we're gonna use our favorite lids, ForJars. Okay, and so we're gonna put a lid on every single one, put in a ring, and you wanna do it finger tight. Finger tight is important because if you put them too loose, they'll blow off during the canning session. If you put them too tight, then the air that's above the product cannot vacate the jar. Vacating the excess air out of the jar is very important and is what makes it safe to put up on your shelves for a while, right? Because this is so good, it's not gonna last really long. We have our pot heating up, and we're gonna raise the basket up, and we're gonna put jars into the basket, right? Because they're hot, you're gonna take them up here,
by the rim.
And you're going to very carefully, very gently put them in the basket so that you're not moving it too much. Now we are just simply going to take this, lower it. The water is going to be 1 inch over the top of the jars, at least 1 inch, right?
Yep.
And it's at least 1 inch over the top. And now we're going to bring that back up to a hard boil. And then we're going to start our timer for 15 minutes. And we're gonna get these canned up.
And you can always use our ForJars timer.
The cutest timer in the world, yes.
So we're gonna go ahead.
We'll see you in 15.
So now that our water bath is done.
Right. Okay, these are gonna be super hot, so you have to be careful, okay? But now we pull them out and we put them on the towel.
And now, Lisa, the spiel about letting them sit.
Don't touch them. Okay, you're gonna let them sit for 24 hours, up to 24 hours. Don't touch them before the 8-hour mark. That's my rule, because typically by then you'll know what's going on, okay? But if you're messing with them at hour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're gonna possibly stop the seal. So just leave them be, look at them, pat yourself on the back, because you did an amazing job, okay? And it's gonna be great salsa that you can enjoy for months.
Awesome.